Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I am an artist and spiritualist. I come to speak about a certain aspect of the transformation. We're getting ready for the greatest evolutionary shift that humanity has ever come to know on this planet. But that is coming slowly but surely. It is accelerated. And so we can see there is a dismantlement of the European Union right now. It's like it's all in disarray. But because Europe couldn't, it's completely meaningless. It's like it makes no sense to have a European Union, this body of administrative body that would be executive, that's been ruled by people that have never been elected, that enforce the rules on all the countries. Europe needs to be consultative to assist countries in coming together to make them increase the quality of their life, just as well to make a Europe without Russia is completely makes no sense. Russia is the largest country in the world, a country that's been that has very solid foundation in spirituality with the Archangel Mary and the Archangel Michael has been protecting this country, and it is a very European country in terms of culture. So we need to come to peace and understanding, in respect, mutual respect, in order for greater cohesion in relationship to the world. I'm going to speak about more spiritual things here. So I thank you so very much to think about subscribing, for liking, sharing, commenting, and for your donations. We're going to move into this fifth dimensional reality. That means our mind and our emotion will be eternally one and united. We're going to come into this new phase. It's like from one day to the next. It's not most of the work of a spiritual attainment that I mean, it is for all of us, but I recognize that within my own life, is that it comes from my willingness and my cooperation and my zeal, my great desire to serve the Creator and life. But most of the work is done by God. This is where I am today, is because God has done so much work on me, as well as the company of heaven and my guides. So it's like we have to give where the credit is due, and the glory will return to God. That is really what the source, the Creator. For there is only one Creator. This can be perceived in many ways. All religion is to come back to the one. Everything was to serve humanity, and not to forget during those dark times that there is a source, there is a Creator, the universe of universes. It's a magnificent creation, even if it's not signed. There is a Creator. So humanity will come to have to integrate new concept, and very soon for once we move into this fifth dimension, which will still be living in physicality, we'll be able to reconnect with our soul twins. Some of them can come down from heaven, but there may be some that are incarnated in the physical plane. I've been trying to harmonize with a soul twin, soulmate, soul twins, here on the physical plane in this, but see, I'm not quite yet completely in the fifth dimension, so it's just been really challenging, but I trust that very soon I'm going to be called into, it's going to be a portal, a door opening that's going to move me into this fifth dimension, and at which point I trust that all things will fall into place, and then it's a matter of weeks or months maybe to be fully integrated. We'll still be living in physicality, but we'll be looking at life from the vantage standpoint of eternity. For those twin flames are meant to function in the fifth dimension, beyond limitation and judgment of all that is physically that is part of the separation of the 3D. A lot of the karma that we've for those who do not understand karma, we won't talk about it. For a lot of people are still creating karma, not understanding that what they create they will harvest. But for those who understand, most of the karma has been paid, has been done. We had thousands of past lives on this planet where we accumulated all kinds of karmic debris and things, because we explored so much about the dark and the light. For me, mostly the light, but we've tested everything. We came here to experience the whole range, the full. Do not judge others also, because you might have done what they're doing now, which what we're judging is maybe we've done it in the past life. But we need to balance out our karma, and most of it has been done. So some people still have karma to deal with, but they will for this. for there is always a time lapse in between when we create something and the universe reflects it upon us. Huh? So it's like so those who creating karma do not know that they, and those who are paying karma do not realize they've created it in the past life. So we need to be in the acceptations and forgiveness of ourselves and others, so that really will transcend karma. The fifth dimensional timeline is outside of the judgment and limitation of the 3D world. It's fifth dimensional existence will be the reward for all the hard work we've been doing on the name of life and for the planet. But we'll still be living in a physical form, but our mind and emotion will be completely unified and beyond the reach of astral interferences. And for fifth dimensional life, it's just as diverse as third dimensional life, although everybody lives in joy and integrations. But you can see that on the physical plane, on the earth, there are human beings that are living really different lives. Some are in heaven, some are in hell, and there is everything in between in relationship. For it's not hell and it's not heaven, but there is depending on their karmic condition and what they chose to experience during this lifetime. But all that achieve that union, that connection to their inner source, will be liberated from all those limitations, and so because this integration that is happening naturally, we don't have to do anything. We just need to be sincere, turn to our heart. We'll definitely will be able to have this permanent connection to our soul, to our other soul, to our group soul, to our spirit guides, to our galactic families, to our Father, Mother, God of our universe, to the Supreme Creator, and everything will be monitored by I Am Presence, as well as the company of heaven. Everything is monitored and ministered by our Godhead. And the card of the day is the blessings, the unexpected miracle. So it's like, for the miracle is expected, but it will be beyond what we expect in many ways. And so, because eventually we're going to be fusing with our I Am Presence, but Spirit has informed me, I need to achieve for the rest of this incarnation an 80% presence. Because if we move to 100% presence, this will completely consume our physicality and will be no longer able to exist in physicality. It will be completely elevated and return to the center of our universe in the 352nd dimension, and then we'll be sent back to serve. But if we don't complete this fusion during this incarnation, the fusion will happen afterwards, so there's nothing to worry about. But even if we achieve what we need to achieve in order to understand the meanings and value of supremacy, we will still be held back because our physical presence is needed, and there is still wonderful experiences that we need to have here. So. But there is a great deal of what's coming is a great deal of increase in level of connectivity and unity, and so. If it's planned by our soul, if our soul is ready for this ascension, the fusion will come at the end. For the earth, this earth life is really an opportunity to ascend beyond the limitations even of our 12-dimensional sub-universe, because imagination is more powerful than knowledge, and we have this I Am presence. So anything is a great opportunity to create an expansion within our soul that is beyond what we planned originally. And because it's our beliefs and desire and attained level of consciousness that determine what is possible. And God already knows all that. He knows exactly what we're capable of. God loves all His children equally, but ascension is a meritocracy. We need to apply ourselves. We need to purify ourselves. We need to involve ourselves within the process of our life as much as. Also, it depends. Some of us came with the desire of service. Others are more into the pleasures of the senses. But for the matrix, the 3D, 3/4 dimensional matrix will continue to exist and continue to produce good guys, bad guys, drama, and conflict for those who are still not ready for that. And but it will disappear for us because we'll be looking at life from a different standpoint. And but it will continue for everyone else. We're creating those inner solar flash to ascend our consciousness. It is the work of the Creator. It is the work of Spirit that when our consciousness ascend. But there may be a solar flash that will affect the totality of human consciousness, that will move the physicality of the world from the third to the fourth dimension, which means that people will no longer just believe in what their external senses will tell them, but will turn to also have access to the inner senses with love and compassion, and the responsibility of of our creation will be obvious for everyone. But everything happens in divine timing. God only knows when humanity will be ready for that. We don't need to wait for humanity to be ready. It will take a while. Actually, I do feel it will take a while, although everything is accelerated. But we're very close to the turning points, and I'm not sure how the transition period, how long it will be, but it will be very pleasant. And to be integrated in fifth dimension. For life will be about grace and ease. It will be a paradisical reality. We all have a different view and vision. Continue to keep imagining, cultivating this vision of a life that is ideal, a planet that is a paradisical planet, where everybody is free and happy and creative. Continue to visualize yourself as an ascended master, and then spirit will respond in kind. But even if when we move into this fifth dimension, we cannot expect everybody to move into there. So we'll still be dealing with third and fourth dimensional people, but we'll be dealing with them from a standpoint of compassion. And so, let's see, we'll take some more notes. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the guidance from spirit. For me, it's something that's been going on for a very long time, but most people are just, a lot of the people are opening up to the guidance of their higher self, their guides, their intuition is being increased, and so we're starting to getting more messages through feelings, through signs, through opportunities, through coincidences, and eventually through direct telepathy. But the message from spirit are not always easy to grasp in the physical plane. Although they're always clear and always true, so it's like because spirit is aware of the sequentiality of Earth's life. Right? They're aware of the timeline and the sequentiality of time, but but then spirit is also completely involved in creating this future reality, and is already in the future in the world of spirit. Our soul and our higher self is already for past, present, and future. Is only one. So once we plant a seed for something, the everything that we planted is already a certainty. So it's just a big test to accept that, and the challenge is to know when and how it will be placed into the matter, because we offer resistance often when we seek to fill the gap. So it's very much about being receptive and to allow our consciousness to. It's all about consciousness, character, developing higher values, higher meanings, and consciousness is like a hub. It's the hub between time, space, energy, and matter. We need to become master of all those energies, of our mind, and so we need and because our consciousness is where everything converges, and so we need to continue to refine our consciousness, purify our consciousness, because it's all about, for me, it's all about quality of life. For the 21st century will be geared towards quality of life. After we pass through the last vestige of the dark age, so it's all about augmenting the quality of our life, quality of goods, quality of products, quality of relationships. It's all about quality, much more than quantity. For even life, it's better to have a very short life full of meaning and value and happiness than a very long life full of suffering and meaningless experiences. For nothing is really meaningless, because it all depends on the level of consciousness. But for me, it's very much about quality. And but there is the law in the law of opposites. There is in the law of attraction. There is the law of opposite. Whatever we ask for, God is going to show us in this dimension the opposite of what we've been asking for, so that when we get what we want, what we've been asking for, we'll have full appreciation, knowing that there is this opposite situation. So it is challenging to pass through all those times, but there is a great, this wonderful point of freedom. I wanted to discuss the idea that the first contact is near, just the fact that humanity believes that there are only intelligent beings in the universe shows that they're not so intelligent, they're not so mature. For very soon we're going to be introduced to many communities of beings that have evolved beyond duality, for the galactic family, and that will be the greatest leap in consciousness humanity has ever known. Historically, it will be the most important historical event when people will have to accept that they are part of a greater whole. We will transform our society. We'll have technology that increase the quality of life, the health of our bodies. It will be a lot more transparency, a lot more inclusion, a lot more prosperity, abundance. It will be a more spiritual world, with ethics will be at the very center. Education will also be at the center. We're going to have to reintroduce the law of one, the tree of life, the Emerald Conventions. That were the original base for teaching the beyond duality, and then there was going to be a restoration of true ecology, realizing that everything is alive, that the rivers are alive, the trees are alive, the ocean is alive, the mountains are alive. Everything has a life and consciousness, just as Mother Nature, Mother Earth, the great spirit of nature, is a real person. That's one thing that has not been quite understood by some groups. The American Indians, for instance, have always honored Mother Nature, but not all in societies have lost their ways, and so the natural world, the fairies, we have all those fairies, we have all the elementals have withdrawn from human consciousness when all those machines came in. So we're going to be reconnecting. It's going to be a great deal of joy. So prepare yourself and be in a receptive mode for this eclipse. Is really going to help us remove some vestiges of the old. It's all happening naturally. We just need to be to collaborate with the world of spirit in this transformation. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so very much for your support. I'm going to pull a few oracles to finish. The observer of the day, from Ganesh perspective, is to clear your energy. Very much clear your energy. So it's like clear. Life is a great blank canvas. Forget it all and start recreating anything you want. It's a technique. So the wisdom is about positive outlook. Always look at the bright side of your life. What we need to understand is steadfastness. Is really to be steadfast, to stand on our ground, to be determined. What we need to do is protection, to know we are protected and to continue to protect what has value. And the outcome is the promise for the future. There is really this liberated future that is before us. So we need to continue to keep this positive outlook and to not allow ourselves to be too distracted by do not pay attention too much to the media. The media are still serving the illusion, serving the dark agenda. To continue to cultivate fear. Very soon the media will be liberated. In order to survive, they're going to have to turn their jacket and to really serve the light, and everything will be officially introduced. So we're very close to great big revelation this year. As a final oracle, the observer is protection. We're protected. Do not fear. Fear is really the first thing that needs to be discharged. For fear was just an instrument that was like that was introduced to protect us from danger. It's like, I'm afraid of putting my hand in the fire because I know I'm going to be burned. But it's not an object of. They've been using fear to project into the future as a creative, to create a fearful future. So do not use fear. Transmute the fear. Recognize your fear. We all have hidden fears, and they will continue to come up. We need to recognize and accept them and love them. To send love into a fear, dissipate. Send the fear back to the Creator. Thank the fear. The higher wisdom is the inner inner peace. So just as we let go of fear, we find inner peace. We trust. We are seated in our I am presence. What we need to understand is illumination. There is a great deal of light that is coming down to illuminate ourselves. And what we need to do is fulfillment. We came here to be fulfilled, to find joy and abundance, and the outcome is flexibility. We need to be flexible, to be attuned to the present moment, to know what is most important at any given moment, and to be able to change our positioning if life calls for a different position, but and trust that you are guided, you are protected, you are loved eternally by the Creator, and you want to embody this higher energy, this higher truth, in order to shine it into the world. We need to be in our power, for this world is our world, it is our planet, and so this is our responsibility to, with the assistance of God and Spirit, we'll see the whole program through, and we'll anchor this victory of the light in the physical world, and it will be manifesting. It is manifesting now, more and more each and every day. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.